Loki Season 1, Episode 5. You might want me to tell you a story about it.
You are my twin brother and I'm going to respect you for that.
It started with a big city that has been destroyed and there was a purple smoke so big it was actually a monster that hunting for a person to eat their life energy. Imagine a cloud as high as 4-story building that has a head resembling as a dog with a red eye and all of the body parts are just one large smoke. This particular place, it was called a void, as if it was a place at the end of time. Loki now are being saved by 4 other Loki, which is the Black Loki, Old Loki, Alligator Loki, and Kid Loki. 5 of them now are run away before the monster Elliot devoured them.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Sylvie forced Ravonna to give her information, and she said that Loki isn't dead yet. Ravonna knows whoever got pruned is just going to be sent to the void, a place that no one can escape where the timeline there won't be able to continue to grow anymore.
No. Tell me about Loki and the others. What happened to them?
While heading to the secret base, Loki kept asking questions and then he got mad because he doesn't receive any answer that he wants. He keeps shouting and Kid Loki warned him to speak quietly or it will provoke the Elliot. Loki got panicked because he doesn't know where are they going. Apparently Loki didn't know about the secret base.
They really should communicate more.
They stop there in open field and each of them is planning to Loki what is happening. They talk about what is this place, who Elliot is, why is everyone a Loki, and Alligator Loki seems only to speak with all Loki. Kid Loki, which is the leader of the group, come to his sense and said they are done talking and leaving Loki by his own. Loki quickly understands the reality of his condition and start to comply with the situation.
Good for him.
They finally arrive at the underground base and they keep talking again, asking why Loki want to go back to the TVA.
Because they're all talkative.
Every Loki are talkative, yes. Meanwhile, Sylvie and Ravonna is now hiding in the court. Sylvie then somehow figuring out that when Loki got pruned, he was sent into the void, which is the place where the time ends. So, whoever created the TVA must be hiding in that particular place where there is no crack in the timeline because the end of time is still being written. Everything that happened at the end of time soon will become the new timeline, thus making sure the timeline will continue to be just one timeline. Sylvia's plan now is to go there and kill whoever it is that has been doing all this. When the Miniman team rushing into the court by opening the door by force to come and save Ravonna, Sylvie kicked her and grabbed her tempad, and Sylvie then proceed to prune herself.
I can understand that.
Loki and all the other Lokis continue to talk to each other, telling stories about their life before they got pruned by the TVA. Loki believed that if a Loki lived long enough to meet with Thanos, they surely die, which is weird because how can a Loki be so old? The old Loki now telling a story that when the time he was destined to meet with Thanos, being a master of mischief himself, cast some magic so real to fake his death, even a mad titan will believe in it. Loki then proceeded to speak about his plan, saying that he needed to go to the TVA. Now, he wanted to go out there and kill Elliot, asking them to join in. Everyone just laughed at him. Loki pretty upset and proceeded to go out himself, but another 10 Loki are waiting at him outside of the door.
So there is more.
Sylvie now wake up from a random place, then she quickly ran away from Elliot, which noticed her presence. Sylvie then for a second casts an enchantment on Elliot and she has a glimpse of a palace, which the monster is protecting it. Inside the monster there was a portal to the palace and you can only go there if the monster allowing it. Meanwhile, Mobius driving a car, seeing Sylvie being chased, come to rescue her. Sylvie quickly jumped in the car and they got away.
Conveniently.
Now, these 10 Loki go inside the underground secret base, meeting up with 5 other Lokis. It looks like the Black Loki betrayed and telling the location, as promised by the leader of the 10 Loki, that he will make the Black Loki as a king. The leader of Loki then betrayed the Black Loki and not give him the throne. Somehow, all of the team in that 10 Loki betrays their own leader. The leader Loki gets so mad, he then asks angrily about how would an alligator can be here. Alligator Loki then gets so mad and bite off the hands of the leader Loki. He then proceeds to scream like a girl. Unfortunately, somehow it makes all the Lokis there betray each other, crashing the place. All Loki now open the portal door to run outside, following by the Kid Loki, Alligator Loki, and the real Loki.
What an event!
Meanwhile, Mobius still in the car with Sylvie, driving away from Elliot. Sylvie then asked Mobius to turn back to go to Elliot because she wanted to try and enchant that monster, allowing her to go through the portal and kill whoever it is inside the palace.
Simple plan, I like it.
All Loki, Kid Loki and the alligator Loki then decided to follow the idea that the Loki has, which to kill the Elliot by getting inside of a monster, finding his heart or brain to stab it. They are now at the position and are all standing still. The Kid Loki has a gadget on his hand, was able to summon something to attract the monster, summoning a warship that fell onto an open field, and Elliot now is charging at the warship, and Loki thought that he could go behind the monster. Nobody did make a move yet. Elliot devoured the warship and its crew just in seconds and then left the place and go away. All four of the Loki are still standing at the same place with no movement whatsoever.
That was a bad plan to have.
Kid Loki saw a car from afar, the car stopped, Sylvie come out, and Loki quickly ran towards her. She was surprised to see Sylvie and Mobius. Loki feels like a fool now, so they all go with the Sylvie plan, which is she will try to enchant the monster.
Sounds like a plan.
At the TVA, Ravonna is interrogating B-15, asking if the variant has a purpose. What Ravonna wanted to know is who was the founder of the TVA, which is the beginning of the time.
Why did she wanted to know this particular person? Is she adoring him or something?
Back at the Void, Loki and Sylvie has a moment together, spending more time only with the two of them. While Old Loki, Kid Loki, and Alligator Loki spend a moment talking to Mobius, asking him questions. After some time, they all then go and find out where Elliot is and found the monster. Sylvie give Loki the tempad, but he wanted to stay and help. So Loki give Mobius the tempad. Mobius then asked the other Loki to follow, but they wanted to stay in the Void as if it was their home. Kid Loki then give a flaming sword to a Loki as a gift. All Loki, Kid Loki, and Alligator Loki now wishing Sylvie and Loki good luck as they all going away. As for Mobius, he opened a portal door to go back to the TVA. Now, Loki is trying to bait Elliot to chase him, while Sylvie tried to be close to Elliot to enchant it. It didn't work, and Elliot is going to straight away to Sylvie. Suddenly, the old Loki casts a magic so real, creating an Asgardian palace. Even a monster would believe in it. Now, Elliot is changing its direction.
I think the Loki is stronger than they realize.
When Elliot busy devouring the royal place of Valasjaf, Sylvie and Loki hold their hand, working together to enchant the monster as they manage to get closer. Elliot now realizes that the palace, which is turned out to be just an illusion, the monster now heading towards the old Loki and eat him. After that, Elliot straight charging to Sylvie and Loki, but the monster finally enchanted by their combined magic, spontaneously opened a portal to the palace, which is the place where the end of time is. They're now slowly walking towards it.
Okay, I hope the next episode is going to be the end. I figured that I don't want to think that much.
I'll make sure next time I'll explain it in a way that's not that complicated.